Hello viewers, it is Battle Cat Boss right now, and for today we will be responding to some people's Battle Cat tier lists. I'll be providing some ratings on them, and if the creators of these lists just happen to be watching this video, I'm not necessarily against what you guys are writing, and I'm just here reviewing your lists just for fun. So if you guys happen to be watching this video right now, just know I'm just doing this for a nice reaction video, nothing else. Alright, so the one I wanted to start off with today was going to be like the legend rares and stuff like that. You know, specials, purchasable specials in the shop. Alright, so let's look at this. Oh, so it looks like in the worst forms, the worst units that this person said was Will Titan, Filibuster, Cat God, and Bra Cats. I'll admit it, I agree with a couple of those placements, but Cat God the Great could be used in a lot of long-range situations, so I definitely think he deserves to be ranked a little higher on this list, but it's someone's opinion. Will Titan as well, I think he could be a little higher into the list, but he's outclassed by 2 units as well, so I mean, he doesn't deserve too much credit. Moving on to the next tier, which is the forms. Yeah. So basically, Catburger and Awake Muhammad Cat. Awake Muhammad Cat's good in all of his forms, in my opinion. You know, if you need range and if you also need rusher, you have it all in one unit. And Value Mule Cat is a great example for that category, I think, because its first form makes a fantastic meat shield in 4-star stages. Moving on to the next category, which is just combos. Yeah, Sister Act. Yeah, so it looks like we have Cats in the Box, Crazed Maneko, and Unicycle Cat. Yeah, they're all used for various combos, and I wouldn't necessarily use any of those units in an actual role. So yeah, I could agree with Combo Slave. So the next one is going to be the occasional combo use, which is Wally Cat. Yeah, I only use Wally Cat maybe if it's for Cats of the Cosmos and I need a barrier breaker, but I have better units, so I don't think seriously about using her. So for the good combo units, we have a bunch of the basic units that you'd see very early on in game, and they're also part of Cool Japan, most of these units, so that's one of the strongest combos in the game, and is also very well known, so yeah, I could agree with that. Maneko, I just don't use her at all. I don't think a lot of people use her mid-end game, just because her stats are so low. And also, if you happen to watch my video that I made yesterday, I also discussed how Maneko got a new true form as well, which I think was about time. Next one for use. So it looks like all of these units, we see a couple of these units again. Yeah, it's mixed. You know, there's some really good units like Dark Laser who could actually plow through black enemies. And then there's other units like Beefcake Cat who are just really bad, even buffed. So next one, just only used against their ability. Yeah. Yeah, some of those units I would say are pretty dependent on what enemies they're fighting. They're not fantastic generalists. But I know Hermit Cat and Musashi, I mean, they're at least decent generalists, but a lot of those, yeah, I agree with the occasionally used. Okay. A lot of Will Cats and a couple forgotten legends. I mean, no one uses Valkyrie or even Mechabun or Ulala. I mean, there's just better options, so I wouldn't think about using any of those units. Used, yes, all of those units I would say have definitely been used at some point. They're all pretty decent at something. I mean, all of them have a time to shine in the game, which not all of these units really have. And most will use Awakened Bahamut Cat. Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone likes Awakened Bahamut Cat. He is among the best of the best. So the other tier list that I will do today is going to be a normal units tier list, which I believe is just the basic 9 cats. And I'll wrap the video up after that. Alright, so for this part, which is just the basic 9 cats and all of its forms as well. So looking at the bad parts, the worst 3 are Axe, Brave, and yeah, none of them are good. Dark Cat, yeah. I never use them. I don't think I've used them since Empire of Cats at best. Oh, and moving on. Yeah, the normal cow cats. All of the units in the good category, they're all decent, but eventually they end up kind of useless after the crazed cats come, because the crazed cats have better stats, better speed. They all have something unique about them. In the great category, I still use all of these units at some point, even with the crazed counterparts, just because these units are good enough on their own, and you could actually use these units well with crazed cats, which I can't say about all of those units. Fresh. In the insane category, I'd agree with all of those because they are all pretty good units. You know, they're kind of just like the great units, but better. And in the power creep, yes, one of my favorite meat shields behind the crazed version of him, Wall Cat and Racer Cat. They're very good, especially for beginner players, and they're very cost efficient. So, yeah, I agree with that. Well, if you enjoyed today's review, please leave a like and subscribe, and also comment, and I will respond. So I'll see you on the next one. It's Battle Cat Boss signing off.